He is 17 and he will spend the majority of the rest of his life in prison. Jalen Prince was sentenced this afternoon after he was convicted of killing one of his classmates inside a high school bathroom last year. Hello, everybody. I'm Denise Koch, and welcome to WJZ's All Local News at 6. The victim, 15-year-old Warren Grant, was shot in a boys' bathroom at Joppatown High School last September following an argument with Prince. Prince, sentenced to 80 years in prison, but can be eligible for parole after 40 years because he is a minor. Harford County community reporter Ashley Paul has been following this case from the very beginning. Ashley, you were there. It was an emotional day in court.
Yeah, it certainly was. 17-year-old Jalen Prince, though, showed very little emotion as he learned that he won't be eligible for freedom until he's at least in his late 50s. And that's a sentence that the prosecution says they're satisfied with. Victim impact statements describe 15-year-old Warren Grant as a loyal, kind, and selfless young man with big dreams and a bigger heart, adding the only way for justice to be served is to lock Jalen Prince up for a very long time.
We're happy with the result. It's a substantial sentence that will ensure that he spends the majority of his life incarcerated.
State's Attorney Allison Healy reacting to the judge's decision that now 17-year-old Prince will spend up to 80 years in prison with the possibility of parole after serving half the sentence.
And we cannot tolerate gun violence in schools, and we will not tolerate that here.
It was on September 6th, 2024, when investigators say Prince brought a loaded gun to Joppatown High School and followed Grant into the bathroom following an argument over a girl, threatening to shoot him at least 4 times before finally pulling the trigger. Healy explained Prince's extensive history of violence, including after the shooting, where he's been involved with at least 15 incidents of assault and threats while attending the Hickey School for Juvenile Offenders, which is why she doesn't believe he can be rehabilitated.
He is continuing his pattern of violence, that he's a threat to public safety.
She read statements from character witnesses who say Prince has potential, and Prince himself echoed that will to be a better version of himself in a letter that he wrote to his future self, which he read to the court. But the judge said that because of Prince, Grant will never have a chance to graduate high school or have a future, which is how he landed on his decision.
The most important thing is the evidence in this case, and the jury, made their decision. They said this wasn't an accident and that he committed first-degree murder, and that's exactly what the judge based his ruling on.
Now, the judge recommends that Prince be sent to Toulson Correctional Boot Camp, but that decision will ultimately be up to the Department of Corrections. For now, reporting live on your corner in Harford County.
Damn, nigga. They dropped their nuts on you, bro. They dropped your nuts and gave you 80 years in prison for killing this 15-year-old kid right here in the bathroom over a female? Really, nigga? Nigga, you crash out over that, nigga? 80 years. So he's 17 years old. So they said that he'll be 50 years old when he get out for parole. But I don't think that's going to make much of a difference, though, because the victim's family, they're probably like in their 30s or 40s. So by the time you get out for parole, they already been dead by now. When you're 50 years old, they already been dead by now. They probably might be in a senior citizen place or probably dead by now. So you got to sit there and try to talk to the other bloodline that if they even care, the other side of their family, if they even care or even know if you're a changed man or not. So you screwed either way, man. You screwed either way. That if you tell them that you're a changed man and the victim's family, they're all going to be dead by the time you get out. Yeah, you screwed, man. But come on, bro. You crash out over a female, bro. Over a female? Like, what is it with y'all niggas out there, man? Like, I don't even get where y'all niggas out there be crashing out over a fucking female. And how old was the victim? They said the victim was 15 years old and you was 17. Nigga, you couldn't whoop a 15-year-old kid. You needed a gun to shoot a 15-year-old kid. You 17 years old, he was 15. You about what? A year older than him, about a few years older than him. You mean to tell me you couldn't whoop a 15-year-old and you about 17 years old? You needed a gun to shoot a 15-year-old kid? That kid must scare you. That 15-year-old kid that you shot, he must really scare you for you to use a gun going in there. And what is wrong with the school system, man? How many times that we're gonna keep hearing the news about these kids getting shot in school? This is why they need more police officers in that school. This is why I've been saying for many years in my videos about these school shootings. Where is all the money going at? Where is all the money going at for building these schools? Like, I see y'all build all these schools up, but y'all don't never put, y'all are too stingy to put money into school to hire more police officers. One police officer is not going to cut it. Y'all need at least about 8 or maybe 10 police officers in every school all around the world. You need more police officers with guns. The more guns y'all got in that school, the more it's gonna make the shooters say, nah, I can't shoot this school because there's about 9 or 10 police officers there, so I won't get too far. But the school system, they so goddamn stingy. They don't wanna hire more police officers around the school. They don't want to build metal detectors. Because that's what they need. They need to build metal detectors where if a person walk through it, it'll ring. You know one of them little sensitive little metal detectors where people walk through, they have it at the airport, they have it in the courtrooms and everything like that. They need to start doing stuff like that in every freaking high school in every world. Like, y'all gonna have to start spending money. Y'all gonna have to start spending money in these schools, man. Stop being so freaking stingy. Pay these people. You know, if y'all want the killing to stop in these school shootings, if y'all want the killing to stop, then put out more money. Put out more money and do these things. Hire more police officers around the school. Build metal detectors around the school. So that way you ain't got to worry about these kids sneaking guns in school. Every year, parents go through this. Every single year they go through this bullshit. Y'all gonna have to put out some money. Y'all sit there and y'all whine about, yeah, we got the suspect and we hope the suspect, that's not gonna bring the kid back to life. If y'all really care, the school system, if y'all really care about these kids' safety, then do it. Put out more money, hire more police officers around the school, build metal detectors around all these schools, so that way, again, y'all don't have to worry about kids sneaking guns in school. Because I guarantee you, if they had metal detectors at this school right here, where this kid shot him in the bathroom, he wouldn't be able to snuck a gun in there like that. He wouldn't even think about trying to bring a gun in there like that, because he knew if he get caught with a gun and they look in his book bag and they see he got a gun in there, he's automatically going to jail. And that kid will still be alive today. That little 15-year-old kid that you see in this video right now, he would still be alive today if these people would stop being so freaking stingy and start building metal detectors and hire more securities all around the school. Y'all gonna have to start doing that. This is the only way this stuff is gonna be resolved. The only way. I don't understand it though. You know the school system pretend like y'all act like y'all care about these kids' safety, but y'all don't be putting no efforts in it. Y'all don't put no efforts in it to try to convince these people to put out more, put metal detectors in school. You parents out there, y'all should be protesting against that. It should be parents out there protesting and all over the state. Every parent out there needs to be out there protesting, holding signs, protesting, saying, I'm not going to send my son or daughter to this school until I am certain and guaranteed that you guys hire more securities, you build metal detectors around these schools, and I might, and we might feel a little bit more comfortable if our kids going here. That's what parents going to have to start doing. If parents start doing that, start protesting and stop sending their kids to schools around this world, they'll think about building metal detectors and they'll think about hiring more security around these school campus. They'll think about that then. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just gonna have to put out more money. Pay these people. Get better results. When the gunman sees that y'all got about 10 or 11 police officers around that school, they ain't gonna think about shooting up that school unless they thinking about coming there with an army of people. But when they see about 10 or 11 or 12, 8, 9 cops on that school campus, They ain't gonna be like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna shoot that place, or that there's too much police officers here and they got guns and they ready to throw down. Y'all make it too easy for these gunmen to sneak guns in school and come on school campus. Y'all make it so easy for these people to bring a gun to school. Make it so easy for them. You know? It's ridiculous, man. But do I think this kid deserved 80? Do I think this kid deserved that much time? Yeah, he deserved that much time. Should give him the death penalty. He honestly should give him the death penalty because they say he didn't really show no remorse. If it was up, if I was a judge, I would have gave him the death penalty because you killed him over a freaking female. Stupid. You killed him over a freaking female. Now the female that you claim that you love so much, she's still gonna be out sleeping in bed with other niggas out there. How you gonna stop that when you locked up in the cage somewhere? Stupid. It ain't just people like him. It's a lot of stupid mother effers out there like him. It's a lot of stupid mother effer like him out there in this world that'll sit there and shoot a man over a woman. Shoot a man over a woman. Now he's locked up in jail, and the woman that you claim that you love so much ain't coming there to visit you. She's going around there sleeping with other men while your dumb ass is still locked up in the cage some damn where, stressing out. Can't get nowhere near her, and now you stressing out. I don't be getting dudes like these, man. Like, bro, it's too many females in this world to be doing that, man. You gonna kill somebody over a female, bro? Bro, there's plenty of women in this damn world, bro, to be doing all that dumb stuff. I don't get y'all dudes out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all went on little weak-minded ass dudes out there, man, that can't take it when a woman leaves you. Yeah, it's hurt when a woman leaves you. It hurts if a woman if a woman leaves you, she don't want to have nothing to do with you, then nigga, get on with your life, nigga. Get on with your life. And I'm not just saying it to this kid. I'm saying this to grown people out there too, that act like this kid. Going around there shooting people over a woman, man. Like, god dang, boy, what is wrong with y'all niggas out there, man? Like, I'm just shaking my head, man. I'm just really shaking my head at this, man. Stupid, man. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. This kid here just threw his life away for nothing. And he's got a history of violence too. And, he ain't willing to change. You can look at the mugshot and tell. Like, he don't care. He don't care what he did. I don't know, man. Y'all niggas out there must love. It must be something about prison that y'all little niggas love about, right? Why don't y'all niggas watch these prisons documentary on YouTube and see how these prisoners go? Because these prisoners, when they be on camera, they tell little young niggas like y'all that prison is not the place to go. This is not a fun place to be. Some of these prisoners, they gotta wear each other's drawers. They gotta wash each other's drawers. They gotta look at each other in the shower. Their food be nasty and infested and everything like that. Watch the documentary on YouTube, man. Is that's the place that y'all little niggas really want to go? Sharing the same cell with another grown man? You know what I'm saying? When you get ready to take a number 2, you gotta sit there in front of him while you know what I'm saying. You gotta sit there on the toilet right in front of your cellmate while you taking a shit. Like, is that the kind of world y'all little niggas like to be in, man? Like, man, screw that, man. I'll kill myself if I had to live in a kind of world like that, man. But it must be something about prison that y'all dudes want to explore and see. There's nothing fun and good about prison. But you know what? This little nigga gonna find the hard way. He gonna find the hard way. He gonna do hard times. You got a long time ahead of you, boy. That's if you even make it to 50 years old. Threw your life away over a freaking female. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Anyway, y'all. Peace.